Hello everyone and welcome to 15 days to your splits. Haha, we all hope, we all wish, right? I'm gonna give you 3 different workouts to do day 1, day 2, day 3, and then restart over from day 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way up to 15 days. What I recommend is taking a photo or measuring your splits on the first day. And then at the end, I wanna see how much we've improved. If you already have your splits, you can start working on your over splits. And I'll talk you through a few things that you can do that with. So the goal here is to get deeper in our splits, get more flexible. There's so many stretches and different muscles that we're gonna have to hit through the lower body. I'm splitting it up into 3 different workouts because what's really important about this is repetition. This isn't something where you can just do it 3 times a week and hope that you're going to get your splits in 2 weeks. That's not going to happen. This is every single day putting in a little bit of time. If you want to do all of these 3 workouts together, it would be about a total of 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how you stayed in the longer postures I'm going to give you. Reminder, the older you are, the more you're gonna have to stretch. We just naturally get tighter and more dehydrated as we get older, so our muscles get stiffer. It's everybody, right? It's not just you. So that's the other thing. Make sure you're hydrated. Drink water, drink water, drink water. The more water we drink, the more supple and full our muscles are gonna be able to stretch. You never want to stretch on cold muscles. So make sure if you're not doing this after a workout, I would say go for a walk or do some jumping jacks, some high knees, some squats. Get the blood flowing through the body, allow your muscles to warm up. One of my favorite exercises before heading into the stretches to warm up is leg swings. So you would just find a chair or a wall, swing those legs front and back. It really opens up those hips, and then you can go side to side as well. Other thing, if you have a foam roller, pop that puppy out. My favorite way to think about it is our muscles are like putty, silly putty, Play-Doh. They're like Play-Doh. And the more you work them, the warmer they're gonna be, the more malleable they're gonna be, so the more they're gonna stretch. And I was like, what are these people gonna do at home? If they don't have a foam roller, you can use tennis balls, you can massage yourself with those all over. But everyone has a rolling pin, and it's the same thing. Roll out the muscles. You wanna think quads, hams, glutes, you gotta get to those calves. Hit the entire lower body. And the reason we wanna roll it out is, I think most of you know, we talk about this a lot in our strength classes. Our muscles are always constantly pulling on each other, front and back of the body. So for some of us, Jaime, where we might not activate our glutes a lot, the first thing you'll hear us all say is roll out your hip flexors. And you would think, wow, my hip flexors have nothing to do with my glutes. Yes, they do. I'm not gonna get into it. So you will also see, yes, we're stretching the muscles today, but we're also strengthening the muscles today. So there's gonna be a few things that you're going to be like, oh, this is kind of work. This is hard work. So make sure you're rolling everything out or self-manual massage. Sometimes I'll just like rub or jiggle to get things going. So that's what I want you to do. That's what you would do before any of these workouts that are now coming. If you have more time, if you are able and willing and you're really motivated to get those splits, I would say do as much of it as you can and you'll start to know the moves. I'm gonna write the moves down. I'm gonna put the time that we're gonna be in them together, because you don't have to follow me along to do these stretches as soon as you get used to them and you know what you're up to. I would say make a calendar. Like get out your little journal, your diary, make 15 boxes, and every day you do it, mark one off. Oh, it's so satisfying. Oh, to mark something off. No, it's done. Aww. So, we're heading into day 1. Day one of our stretches. We are going to be starting with our standing forward bend. So you would have warmed up and you're going to take yourself down into your forward bend. All the way down. And you're going to take a breath here. You're going to allow the torso to be nice and heavy, legs to be nice and long. If you ever need to bend your knees here, that's fine. And then we're going to take 10 half lifts. So you're going to reach your head forward, tailbone back. And then you're going to forward bend. Relax the neck. And you're going to do it again. You're going to half lift. And you're going to relax forward. Third time. So as you're doing this, you're trying to really reach the chest forward away from the tailbone. And then when you come down, you want to go deeper into that forward bend each and every time. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you come down. Is it creepy that I'm working out with this hood on? It's warm in here anyways. I'm on 9. And then 10. You're going to stay down in that forward bend for 30 seconds. Weight towards the toes. Torso releasing heavy. And then you're going to step your foot back. Just one foot. You're going to come into this little triangle position. And here, you're going to try to keep your hands down on whatever you can reach. So it might be blocks, books, to the ground. And you're going to lift your front toe, bend your back knee, straighten your back knee, drop the toe. Rock yourself forward to the front foot. So you lift, bend, extend, and rock. Lift, bend, extend, and rock. Lift, bend, extend, and rock. So just like the half lifts, we're shooting for 10 of them. Moving through it, making sure we're really lifting that toe up, driving that heel down into the ground. And then we're going to come into our center splits. Walk your hands to center. Relax yourself over. You're going to grab onto your ankles, pull yourself down and in, and we've got 30 seconds hold here. Whatever your body would really like to start to loosen up. You may sway from side to side. Just make sure the torso is nice and heavy down to the ground. And then you're going to go over to your triangle on the other side. Take a moment to set yourself up. Lift the front toe, bend the back knee, lift and rock forward to that front leg. Lift, bend, extend, and rock. Lift, bend, extend, and rock. 4, and 5. Heading up to 10. Really pull the tailbone away from the heel every single time you bend that leg. Excellent. You're gonna come back to center. Take a moment to stretch so you can go a little bit lower now, 30 seconds. Maybe your hands reach through your legs this time. And then you've been upside down for a while, so make sure you slowly come up. You can bend those knees, help with your hands. Ooh. Excellent. You're gonna be grabbing a chair, your couch, something to place your foot up and on for your hamstring stretch. Okay, so we're gonna be coming into our hamstring stretch here. You're gonna be extending one leg up. I'm gonna be starting with the lower level. My goal would be at day 12 to have my foot up on the back of the chair instead of the front of the chair. Once you're here, you're gonna lean forward. We're gonna stay here for 30 seconds, forehead to knee. Think about your breath, nice and even. Keep pulling that right hip down and back. Really flex that foot, getting into the calf muscle. Coming on up, relaxing that leg down, and then we're gonna be coming into the other side, extending it out, making sure that hips grounded down, pulling back away from your heel, finding your forehead to your knee, and you've got 30 seconds. So I like to have a timer with me or my phone so I can just push restart on the timer. You want to be holding for 30 seconds or longer if you have the time, so that the body has time to adapt. And then coming on up. So we've been focusing a lot on the back of the body, the hamstrings, and the calves. So we're gonna come into the front of our body. We're gonna start with a quad stretch. So you're gonna bring the leg behind you. Squeeze the knees together, press the pelvis forward. And as you're pulling the foot in towards your bottom, go ahead and kick the foot into the hand. Really feeling the stretch through the front of the leg. This is ideally 30 seconds as well. And then if you'd like a little bit extra, you can kick the foot into the hand, taking those legs as far apart as you'd like. I like to flip my grip and lean forward. So now we're really starting to open up the inner thighs as well. Taking my eyes off the target, I start to float around. And then we'll relax and head to the other side. Quad stretch. One leg in, knees coming together, pelvis pressing forward. As you're pulling the foot into the booty, you press the foot into your hand. Flip, grip, or keep it depending on how your body's adjusting to the stretches. Take her up and you can lean forward. Still keep your core engaged. And then we'll be coming on up. And coming into our last stretch is gonna be at the wall. It's gonna be where our legs open up into our straddle. And this last stretch, this is the one where I want you to hold for as long as you have left. So this is really working on our center splits. And as time passes, you can really see those legs drop down to the ground. And I really mean as long as you have. I wouldn't be mad at 12 minutes. So head to that wall and let's do the work. So my only blank wall is in my hallway, and it's hard to shoot in my hallway. So I decided to press my ottoman aside and just use my couch. It's just about long enough. The only thing I don't like is that toe is being affected. It's hitting the other side of the couch. So ideally I'd look for a wall that didn't have that happening. Depending on your hamstring stretch, you might want to have your pelvis a little bit further away from the wall, and that's going to allow them to kind of tilt into the wall. The closer you can get to the wall, the more you're going to be feeling this through your inner thighs. I like to set a timer or put on my favorite song and then just know that I'm going to stay there the whole time. If I can, I start to just kind of take my heels down and walk my feet down a little bit lower as time passes. Today, because we're doing this together, we're just gonna be staying here for a little bit longer, allowing the effects to really sink into our hips. And then you want to slowly support the legs as they come in. It feels nice to kind of sit here for a second, let your hips reacclimate. And then we'll be coming on up. You're not going to get your splits unless you do the splits. So if this is your day one, like you're watching this for the first time, I recommend going on to the next stretches and doing day 2 and 3, so that then tomorrow you do 2 again, then the next day you do 3, you'd start back at 1 again. But you always want to do your splits. So every single day for the next 15 days, you're going to be doing your splits, right, left, and center. I'm going to go over those at the end of this entire thing. We're heading into day 2. Day 2, day 2. Day 2, you get to start lying down. So I've brought my mat out, and we're going to be starting with a little bit of ballistic stretch. This is one where you're gonna be like, oh, this is actually a lot of work as well. We're working on the strength portion. So you're gonna take your right leg and you're gonna kick it up into the air 10 times. You're trying to get it as far as you can go. And you'll notice it's really pulling on that hamstring. Leg might be getting tired, really engage the core. And then you do 10 kicks on the other side. Control the leg on the way down, but really give it a whack on the way up. That's why you gotta make sure you're warm. And after you've done 10 on this side, you're gonna go back to the first side. You're gonna hold the leg up with the power of yourself. No arms yet, and you're gonna pulse it up a little bit farther. 10, 9, 8, 7, further 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then now you get to hold on. Thigh, calf, or if you'd like, foot. This is going to be a 30-second hold. Keeping the breath slow and deep. Imagine the leg sinking closer to your face. With each exhale, the leg gets longer and lower. And then, after those 30 seconds, you're going to pull forehead to knee and hold for 15. Make sure we're pulling with the biceps, not with the shoulders. And then we'll release slowly and gently all the way down. We're gonna head to the other side. So you're gonna kick it up, hold it with its own power, and you're gonna pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now you get to hold on. Thigh, calf, or foot. 30 seconds here. To keep my body calm, especially since this is my tighter side now that I've gotten into it, I like to close my eyes, really imagining and putting myself in that place of relaxation. Allowing my shoulders to relax, my jaw really affects the rest of the body. That leg is getting heavier and heavier. And then the elbows will pull out, the forehead will come up to the knee for 15 seconds. slowly and gently be releasing. Rolling onto our sides. We're coming up into a half dragonfly. And normally we'd sit with that leg externally rotated. If you need to, this is best for your knee, keep it there. If you can, we're gonna start taking it a little bit deeper into this stretch by turning it internal. And you'll already notice as you're sitting there, it is starting to head into those splits, inner thighs opening. We're gonna be going over to our side first with a side stretch. You're gonna breathe here. If your neck feels like it's holding tension, I like to actually lay my head down on my hand and then allow my top arm to just go soft. Really opening up this hip here. Really try to get it back. And then we're going to take a little bit more of a traditional hamstring stretch. You're going to twist over that leg and take a dive forward over it. And breathe. The looser you get, the more you can get towards the back of that leg. I even like to lay my opposing ear on it and look behind me. Come on up, gently and slowly. And then this is where we'll be leaning back. I like to bring my leg a little bit further forward for this one. And you might be coming back just on your elbows. Now we like to set up some pillows underneath us sometimes, or towels. If you can, you come all the way back, and we'll be stretching here for 30 seconds. Allowing the hips to be heavy, really breathing into the belly. Always staying here longer if you can. I'm going to be bringing myself out. I like to pull my leg in, roll to the side, and come on up. We'll be taking those stretches on either side. So half dragonfly. And then we'll be starting with the side bend, up and over. And you can either stay here or possibly drop your head down into your hand. And then we'll be rotating up and over the leg, and then diving forward over the knee. Trying to get that back knee as far away from you as you can. If you're ever we're trying to make it a little bit deeper, you can always reach back with that hand once you're twisted and grab onto the foot and pull it in. Coming on up, this is where I like to bring that foot in a little bit and then take myself back, either onto your elbows or all the way back onto your back. We'll be here for 30 seconds. Go to your relaxed place, just find your deep breath. Allow the body to stay calm. Out of it, I like to bend one knee and roll over and up. The next one you're going to be making our way into is our seated forward bend. So if you like or need, you can remove the flesh out from underneath your tush, underneath your sits bones, or you can even sit up on a chair. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, dive forward over those legs. This is your long hold one. So we'll be doing a little bit longer than 30 seconds together today, but moving forward, I would say if you can stay here for 1 to 3 to 5 minutes, that's what I'd recommend. This is your last one. Allow time to really drop you down into those legs. Always changing your grasp or grip as your body releases into the stretch to always pull yourself a little bit further. And then gently, slowly roll yourself up. So tomorrow when you do this, day 2, this is when you would do your splits, right, left, and center. We'll talk about that after we get through day 3. Day 3, 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 day 3. Okay, y'all, so day 3, you've already warmed up, you're ready to go. We are gonna be starting with our standing split kicks. Now, I can touch the ground and kick my leg up in the air. If you need to use something a little bit higher to put your hands on and then kick, please find it. Yeah? If you are not comfortable putting your hands on the ground, you need to find something higher for this one. That's what's going to keep you safe. So you're going to be starting in your forward bend and walking your hands out just a little bit here. So they're a little bit further away from you. And then you're going to be tapping your first leg back. From here, you're going to be kicking it up into the sky. 10, 9, 8, 7, really think about your core. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then you're going to be switching to the other side. So other leg back, 10 kicks. 10, 9, 8, control the down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now 1. We go back to the first side, so leg back. This is just like we did lying down, except for it's reversed, right? We're working on the back leg instead of the front leg. You're going to go up and you're going to pulse it up higher 10 times. So 10, 9, 8. This is where you'll really feel the muscles involved. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to switch to the other side. Lift it up and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next stretch is a low lunge. Knee over ankle over heel. You want that knee to be making its way down into the ground. So if this thigh touches the ground, boy, am I happy with that. Now this first stretch, you can either keep hands on the ground, torso reaching forward. If you'd like, you can come up a little bit higher, really stretching those hip flexors. 30 seconds. And then we're going to be placing our hands down, half splits. So the front leg is going to stretch and straighten. You're going to reach your chest forward over the leg, 30-second hold here. Really pulling the toe back away from your heel towards your face and reaching your sternum forward over your toe. Really pressing the heel down, pulling the tailbone back. And then the next 30 seconds, we're going to be diving over that leg, forehead down to the knee or to the shin. Look at me coming forward, and however you'd like to do it, we're going to be switching to the other side. So the other leg is going to come forward. We're going down in that really deep, low lunge. Trying to get your thigh down to the ground. And if you'd like, either just reach your sternum forward here, bring your hands up onto your knee. And then we'll be coming into our half splits. Straightening the front leg, toe lifts up, chest reaches forward to the toes, 30 seconds. Make sure this side is still lifting up and away. And then we're going to dive forward over the leg, forehead down to the shin or to the knee, 30 seconds here. Breathing deeply and relaxing on the exhale. The slightest little moves make such a huge difference, so check in and see if you're shying away from the stretch by pulling your hip back or dropping it forward. And then slowly and gently making your way out, however you'd like. So for this last stretch, we are doing splits at the wall. This is going to look so different for all of us, and it's going to feel weird if this is your first time doing it. You're going to be taking one foot down on the ground and trying to get the other leg up in the sky. A few different things here. You might be really far away because this could be as high as you get your leg up to the wall, right? And then you want to try to like lean into it so that the leg gets further and further behind you. Now, as you get more flexible, you want to take your foot back until ideally the heel's all the way against the wall and get your pelvis, because it's all about pressing the pelvis towards the wall, okay? So then it's a little bit weird because like, so if you've got your splits and you put your foot up against the wall, you'll see my pelvis touches, right? So then if I was trying to work into my over splits, so let's say if there's people out there who've already got their splits, what you're actually going to do is take your foot away from the wall again, the thing that you would do if you were less flexible, and then still try to keep your pelvis against the wall. So this is 30 seconds. And I feel like I've been talking a long time, but I'm still gonna give you 30 seconds here. You really press through your hands. And then we're going to switch to the other side, always allowing your second leg to be different than your first leg. So picking where that foot needs to be to get your best stretch. And then press that pelvis into the wall. 30 seconds. And then slowly release your weight out. And now we'll be talking about our splits. Get yourself a bunch of pillows, or if you're really close to your splits, like 1 to 2 pillows, and if you're going into your over splits, 1 to 2 pillows. Meet me on the mat. So here's my stack of pillows. I've seen people use all sorts of things to be able to accomplish this. You can even do it over like a low, like if I had like a little bench, I would put like a bench underneath this and then like a pillow or two. Or you can even take like the full cushions off of your couch or your chairs and use those if you need a lot of support. From what I've seen from most of you who have come to my yoga and gentle yoga classes, I think you're gonna be fine with just a few pillows because most of y'all are actually really flexible. So what we're gonna be doing, straddling these pillows, and then you can walk yourself out. You might want 2 chairs, or I can reach the ground here to come on down. And you might find, oh, this is actually quite comfortable depending on how much stretch and flexibility you have. You want to keep this back leg internally rotated. Don't shy away from it. So actually come up and over the back of the foot, and sitting up nice and tall. The goal will be to one day be able to lift your arms up off the ground. If you don't feel stable, please don't lift your hands up. Stay down on the ground. You'll feel a little bit more in the hamstring, but over time you'll be able to get that hip flexor stretch. So if you're up here and you're like, Heather, that's not working for me, I can go lower. Just take, 1, 2 pillows out, or head down into your full splits. Ideally, you stay for one side, 30 seconds, either hands on the ground. If you don't need pillows, if you're just a little bit off the ground, just make sure we don't drop that back knee and relax it. It's gonna ease you out of your stretch. Keep the legs straight as you can for 30 seconds as you hold. Either all the way down, hands on the ground, or if you can, then hands all the way up, and you hold for 30 seconds. If you're heading into your over splits, this is when you start to take the pillows and move them in front of you, and then you'll drape your front leg, and you can do this to the back leg too. So you can choose, maybe do one day in the front and one day behind you, so that you're getting the hamstring a little bit more flexible, and then your hip flexor a little bit more flexible. And then you're gonna do 30 seconds on the other side. Let's do it together. Getting yourself with your setup, whatever you need. Always reminding yourself to stay nice and calm with that breath. And this is when you would then go into your center splits. So center splits, you can do the same thing with the pillows. Stack them up underneath you. You want your hands down and your legs out to the side. Ideally, toes and knees point up towards the sky, and you drop yourself down nice and low. If you're doing your over splits with these, you would put a pillow under the right heel, under the left. Once you're all the way down, you want to try to keep your pelvis in the same line as your heels so that we're not sitting back and allowing our heels to be in front of us. You really want to walk yourself forward. Hands can either stay down, or if you've got those center splits, they're on your pillows, arms up. Engage that core. So make sure, this is day one that you're doing these splits with me, take a photo or measure the distance away from the ground that you're at. I'm gonna be doing this with you as well. So I'm gonna be doing these 5 minutes, 7 minutes, or 8 minutes, no matter how much time I have of stretches, every single day for 15 days. And then I'm gonna see how far I can go. Share your photos, share your inches, your centimeters. And let's try to get, when we get back into the gym, everybody to take a splits picture together. The new Como news story. The gym that has every single person doing the splits. Oh my goodness, that would be amazing. Okay, bye guys.